Alright, assuming you're a young person who wants to level up financial knowledge, you want to level up your financial skills, being able to take action on growing your finances, this video is exactly for you. Well, when it comes to growing your finances, whether it's saving money or investing, building new skills, it's very important to understand that it will take time to build skills and learn from your mistakes, and in general it's a process of identifying who you are as a person. You will definitely learn new values about yourself, you will definitely find new strengths and weaknesses, and that's why it's so motivating to work on yourself no matter which area we talk about. But today we talk about growth and improvement from a financial perspective, and that's why in this video I go over 5 financial advice for young people. These are tips you should basically start implementing in your life today, and by being consistent and taking action daily, you will definitely see results. And these tips are something I do daily to make sure I'm leveling up myself financially, I'm learning new skills, and in general experiencing new fields I haven't tried yet. So without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1, start investing now. You've probably heard many financial influencers tell you to start investing, and there's a lot of investment content out there. However, it's really that important. Put simply, if you want to put your money to work for you, it's the easiest way to do it. If you start investing today and do it consistently for over 30 years, the result will be incredible when thinking about that you actually didn't do much for it. So you just invest every month a certain amount of money, and time in the market does the job for you. One thing that's very important to understand is that there's no better time to start investing than now. The earlier and faster you start, the better for yourself. Usually people may say that, but it's too hard for me, I don't know anything about investing. You have to have a lot of money in order to start investing. If you think like that, it's a mindset related problem, and it's a sign that you're not ready to push yourself outside your comfort zone. It shows that you're not feeling comfortable doing new things. Well, let me tell you something. When I got interested in investing, I started reading a lot about different investment options, learning about ways how to start investing as a beginner. And in reality, it's actually quite easy. You can start investing with, for example, only $20 a month. Of course, investing is a large field and there's a lot of things you can learn and try. But if you want to get started in the most simple way, I would suggest you get started with index funds, because you can just simply invest, for example, $20 every month into index fund and automate the process. So every month on a certain day, $20 goes automatically from your bank account to your investments. And why this is so effective is that you don't really have to do anything about it. You just choose a couple of index funds you want to invest in, and then you decide how much you want to invest in them every month. And obviously the more you invest, the better the potential is to reach higher growth and bigger returns. And I have made a video about how to start investing in index funds. So if you're interested in that and you're ready to take your financial game to the next level, make sure to watch it. I'll leave the link down in the description. If you're finding this video helpful this far, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more so you don't miss the newest uploads every Sunday. Alright, tip number 2, avoid emotional buying. So be honest, how many times have you been purchasing something based on your emotions? So let's say you see something cool you wanted, and at that moment you felt that you really need it, and then you buy it because of that. But eventually you end up realizing that that certain item wasn't necessary for you. That's something that might happen when emotions take big control over our actions, and that's something you have to be aware of. That's why you have to learn how to control yourself in situations where you feel that emotions have control over your actions. When you are buying based on your emotions, it's a very easy way to spend a lot of money, especially if that's happening often. The worst case scenario here is that once you get so used to emotional buying, you're basically having no control over your own finances. So a couple of tips I like to think about when I'm buying something based on my emotions. What is the purpose of this purchase? And if you can't find a real reason, don't buy it. And second tip is, you can ask yourself, do you really need it in that moment or in your life in general? If the answer is no, simply don't buy it. That's the easiest way to save some money and spend it more wisely. For example, invest in the stock market. Tip number 3, educate yourself about money. So this is super important. If you want to level up your financial knowledge and manage your money better, it's very important that you educate yourself about finances. And the good thing here is that we have access to tons of different videos, books, podcasts, where you can learn basically for free the knowledge you can implement in your life later on. So in my opinion, it would be stupid if you used YouTube, for example, only for watching some pointless content, or if you scroll TikTok the whole day. There's no point. Instead, you can use YouTube to educate yourself and learn more about finances. You can learn how to start investing, you can learn how to save money. One thing I like to mention is that reading books about finance is very important, because when you read the book yourself, you're able to process the knowledge you read, so you're not only listening to something like you would when you watch YouTube videos, and that really helps you to think about the information you just read, and later on it's going to be much easier to take action and try those things. It doesn't have to be the thing you work on in your future, but giving it a try is very important, because then you will know that you tried it, and if it didn't work, you won't regret it in the future. That's why I always suggest to try yourself and see how it works. Because if you don't do that, how you're gonna know if that works for you or not? And another thing about reading books is that you can read, for example, 10 pages a day, and by doing that, you're building a habit of reading. The main point here is that you're becoming a more disciplined person, because you have to be disciplined enough to take and read a book. Because I mean, it's always easier to grab your phone and scroll through social media, and if you're able to focus your time on educating yourself, it's going to be much more profitable in the long term, and eventually it will also help you to get rid of bad habits. Before I tell you tip number 4, tell me down in the comments what's your biggest financial struggle at the moment, and what's something you want to try but you haven't tried yet. Tip number 4, invest in learning new skills. When it comes to financial advice and in general being able to level up your finances, learning new skills is essential. You don't have to be investing your time in mastering a certain skill if it doesn't work for you, but giving it a try is super valuable. When you level up your skills, let's for example take maybe copywriting or video editing or affiliate marketing, you can work for different people or you can even work for yourself, and in the long run you can turn that into business and you can actually support your main income by doing that, because it becomes your side hustle, and eventually once you start generating enough income from that, you can turn your side hustle into a main source of income. That's why learning new skills is so worth it, because you don't know how it can change your life, and if you're able to do it, you will learn a lot about yourself. You will learn a lot about different opportunities you can do in this world, and in general, after trying different things and learning new skills, you can see the world from totally different perspective. When I say invest in learning new skills, sometimes yes, you have to pay for that. So maybe you take a course to learn, for example, advertising or copywriting. And if taking that course can help you to get a raise at your job you're working, it's going to be worth it. And there's so many things you can try to learn for free, especially when talking about doing things online. So you don't have to pay for starting, for example, video creation. You don't have to pay for starting social media page. And again, the best thing is that there's so much content available you can take advantage of in order to learn and put it in practice. So if there has been a certain skill that you really wanted to learn, it's time to take action today. Make sure to do your best. And here's a little source of motivation. The longer you wait, the less you get done and the less progress you can make. Okay, now that we have covered some critical financial advice for young people, how to level up your finances, we have the last tip number 5. Money isn't everything. It's so easy to identify and measure the progress you make based on money you earn. That's why it's super important to understand money isn't everything. An example could be, if you, for example, earn a lot, but you don't have healthy relationships, you're not taking care of your own health, you don't have any hobbies, it can be pretty boring, because that's something that money can't buy you. Money can buy you happiness to a certain point, and it will definitely make it easier to do certain things and reach your goals, but that's not everything. Happiest people on earth have passions they work hard for. They take care of their health. They have fantastic relationships with important people to them. They focus on personal growth. Those are all aspects that play a crucial role in becoming a better person and living the life you want. Making money and building financial skills is important, but if the other aspects of your life are not on point, there's a lot of values and things that money can't buy you. That's why it's important to understand that whenever you do something important to you and it's a clear sign of making progress, it might sometimes feel that you're not making progress because it's not related to, getting better at something, or you're not making more money from that. For example, if you are passionate about traveling, or you're an athlete and you try to improve your results, so let's say you're able to travel to your destinations you want and that's your goal, again, that's progress. You see the world from different perspective, you get to know different cultures. Same applies to athletes. When they improve their results, that's something they work hard for, and that's a clear sign of progress. And you shouldn't be measuring your success and progress only based on money. And I think that's a very important lesson in this video as well. And I'm gonna end the video here. If you made it to the end, I highly appreciate you. Make sure to start leveling up your financial skills today and take action. If you're interested in more of this type of content, make sure to watch this video next. It is my most recent upload. And if you're new to the channel, click here to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.